Together is a romantic body horror film that is written and directed by Michael Shanks. It stars real-life couple Alison Brie and Dave Franco.
I remember reading it immediately and turning to Alison and saying, I think we need to do this together.
The idea for this film came from the fact that I've been in a long-term relationship since before I was an adult. I've been with my partner for almost 16 years now, and you get to a certain point where you realize that you have the same friends, you eat the same food, you breathe the same air, you really are sharing a life. Whilst I love being in a relationship and I love my partner, there was a moment sort of years ago where I was thinking, like, am I an incomplete person if I can't tell truly where I end and she begins?
This movie tells the story of Alison Brie, who plays Miley, and Dave Franco, who plays Tim. Miley wants to take their relationship to the next level, so she takes Tim and they move to an isolated house on the countryside.
I love you.
Tim has these adolescent dreams of becoming a rock star. And he's getting peer pressure from his friends, like his girlfriend's brother, or shall I say his partner's brother, or is it his girl's partner's brother? Is whatever, is confusing. I mean, what are labels in a relationship anyway?
We're not talking about this anymore.
Anyways, the point is that Tim is upset and he feels like he is being controlled by Miley, like he can't be himself and do all the things that he wants to do.
I have to save me!
But if you look at it from Miley's perspective, she is in love with this man. Like, she is willing to sacrifice life and limb for this man. And yet, he's not doing anything for her. It's like she holds on to these pieces of their past and uses that as a blanket of comfort to convince herself that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this man. There's nothing wrong with this relationship, even though he's being inconsiderate and not giving her the attention that she needs. So happy together. Like, I love this movie, man, because the way the director, Michael Shanks, captures certain images in this film, there's a double meaning to them. Like, there's a scene where Tim falls into a well, and as he's hanging on for dear life, instead of sacrificing himself for Miley saying, hey, save yourself, no, he grabs Miley and literally pulls her down into the well with him. So not only does that mean he dragged her down with her in a literal sense, but he's dragging her down in their relationship as well. And I just love little like that, where the director has these images that have a double meaning to them. Like, I truly feel the weight of Tim and Miley's relationship in this film. Like, this is more about their relationship than anything else. Like, yes, there's body horror in here, there's creepy images in here, there's contortion in here, there's some weird stuff going down in this film, but at its core, it's about a couple who is struggling with their relationship and they're trying to figure it out.
You didn't love me as much as I loved you.
What?
You're so merged with your own selfishness, you don't even identify it as selfishness anymore. You're such a dick!
Like, this really hit home for me. This really hit home for me because there's a scene in this film where Tim is practicing his music and Miley asks him to come to bed and he's like, oh yeah, not right now, let's go on a hike tomorrow. There was a moment in time in my life where I was editing a stupid video. Don't remember what it was. And my girlfriend at the time, it was her birthday, and all she wanted to do was snuggle. And she encouraged me to finish my video. She gave me a kiss. She's like, come to bed when you're ready. And I said, okay, I'm almost done. I wasn't anywhere near done, and I wanted to rest my eyes. Never say you're resting your eyes, because as soon as your head hits the pillow, you're falling asleep. And so, sure enough, I rest my eyes, I pass out, my girlfriend comes out, she's upset at me, like, hey, you were sleeping, you were snoring, and I try to deny it. And now in hindsight, when I think about it, and this movie reminded me, it's like, yo, What's more important than some stupid video? The person who loves you, the person who's standing there right in front of you, who's always gonna be there. And the video, that's not going anywhere. You know, your music, that's not going anywhere, that's always gonna be there. But the person that loves you and cares for you, they're not always gonna be around, because if you constantly treat them like crap, you never know what you got until it's gone. I will say that there is a lot going on in this film. At a certain point, I feel it does become a little convoluted. Like, the story illustrates what's going on and it gives you breadcrumbs as to what's happening. So there's a mystery going on here, is what keeps you interested. And then once the mystery slowly unfolds, you get the pieces, and it's just kind of like, I don't really think that's necessary. I think that's a little too much. You didn't really need that. They should have kept this a bit more simplified and just not explained it at all. I would have been satisfied with that, because ultimately I feel like what I got when the mysteries are revealed is a little goofy and it's a little too much. The only negative thing I can think of with this film is the ending. The ending, when I first thought about it, left a lot to be desired, but then as I started to think about it more, it does make sense. I mean, what else do you expect to happen when this body horror element comes into play? They don't explain what it is, but they give you a good illustration of what's happening with this thing, and then when it does give you that conclusion, it may upset some people. It kind of upset me at first, but like I said, when I thought about it, I think it makes sense. I think the ending makes sense. And then, hey, this movie's also a comedy. There's a little bit of comedy sprinkled in here too. So it's got everything. It's got great performances, great directing. So this movie has everything, and it makes you think. It makes you think about your life and your relationships, and it also gives you something to be scared of and something to, like, you know, get your adrenaline pumping, you know. So yeah, this is perfect date movie. This is a perfect date movie. You know, normally when you go on a date with someone, first date movie, horror movie, this is perfect because it's got everything. This is everything movie. And the ending, it makes you think. I'm still 50-50 on this ending. I don't know about this ending, but yeah, I understand. But I enjoyed this movie overall. This is a good movie. This is a fantastic movie. I enjoyed it. This is a good movie. That's all I have to say.
What you feel only matters to you. It's what you do to the people you say you love. That's what matters. It's the only thing that counts.